Sup shooters, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track by an act named You'll See One Day. This song is titled Like That. If we switch over to here, we have ourselves a music video. We are gonna watch this from start to finish, listen to the track from start to finish, and we're gonna hear what we think. Let's go. We got lyrics here as well, which is pretty dope, so have a look through those at the end. Let's go, let's do this. What do we have? Nice, cool. Alright. Go with some drop tuned dead store guitar with some pretty sick percussion going on here. Some lead riffs rolling on top of that low rhythm. Shit, that arpeggio work is pretty solid on that lead, actually. I like it. It's a fairly slick introduction to a song like this, you know, very colorful. The whole frequency spectrum's covered. Everything's placed quite well in the mix. It's nice and bright without being overbearing, and it's heavy without being suffocating. Oh, by the way, I don't typically comment on the music videos because I'm not super knowledgeable about how they're made. So I usually just stick with talking about the audio, although I'm liking the video so far. It's nice that the drummer is actually using some pads, I think some electric pads or something like that, just to kind of change the groove. You know, having these synthetic electronic elements are a nice shift from a traditional acoustic drum kit. Dope, cool. You know, like, I know that metal nowadays, I've heard people talking about how you have the really brutally heavy verses, and then you have like that kind of pop chorus in middle where it's catchy, but you still got the heavy power chords and all that. I think it works, man. You just gotta roll with the times. Like, what, you know, like, unless you're trying to make something disgusting, why does it need to sound disgusting? It can be heavy while sounding nice and colorful. It's got some filter work on those rhythms. I like that. Yeah, it's stunning. I'm really impressed with this so far. It's really cool. That's a very minimalist setup, actually. He's only got like a couple of toms and a snare with the 4 cymbals. Great for setting up in live sound situations, though. I'm liking the octave power chords in here and how we are playing with filters, and we're not just letting it be the similar tonality throughout the whole chorus. I think it's a great way to shift it up. And it's clever because you're not allowing the audience to get kind of used to it. I'm liking as well with the vocals how we've got a more active, sort of more fast sort of sung section, and then we're letting the notes hang a little bit where you've got that filter effect on the guitars. It kind of splits it into 2 halves and then 2 halves again. This guy effortlessly goes into that higher range. He handles himself in the low as well, and it's great to come into that verse in the low frequency spectrum with you know, like, because it's a nice it just is a nice contrast from where he's placed in the intensity of that hook. We've got these really subtle vocal harmonies coming in as well, which kind of make it sound a little bit bigger, you know, but they're not in your face or anything like that. These little light touches all over the place that I can appreciate. So what kind of chords do we have there? Like, we got like a 7th harmony or something like that. I mean, like, not necessarily the same chord, the same instrument playing that chord as a whole, but like the overall harmony is sounding like that. As the guys going between these extended harmonies and then that sort of more melodic sort of Little riff there. Hey, breakdown. Oh, that was a hell of a pinch harmonic there, dude. That went woo, and I live for that, man. You gotta play guitar for a while to really hit a pinch harmonic like that. You know what I mean? He's got his synth elements as well, with a bit of a riser in there. Yeah, but you know, he's very confident in his vocal abilities, and he's very careful to make sure the words come through clearly. And it's also like he knows to keep it more short or sharp and more staccato there, to kind of contrast with the part, but also just it's the attitude that goes with what he's singing, and this is why I'm kind of really looking forward to having a read through the lyrics after this. It's nice to have a bit of that vibrato in there. I dig it. Thank you. Thank you for putting that vibrato in there. The guy can obviously sing. Like, he's got great vocal technique. He's holding these notes really well, and there's a lot of presence in the performance. Sick. Awesome. Great. Like that. Yeah, no, this is very slick. It's a very slickly produced single. I mean, like, if we remove the video, which obviously was stunning, I liked the color grading it, and I'm really happy with how that was treated. Among other things, I won't get into that, but you know, when I hear a song like this that incorporates a lot of the metal elements from like the early 2010s, you know, with like the progressive movement, with more of a poppy influence to it. It's removing itself from the, you know, there's complexity to the way the riffs have been done, but at the same time, it's not sort of to the point where it's detrimental to the listening experience for someone who's used to that 4x4 bar kind of thing. You know, there weren't any sort of twisted time signature changes or anything like that. It was meant to be one of those singly singles which allowed you to get familiar with the way they write music without being too much of a shift from what you might already be kind of vibing with. I think that, you know, for people who are like not into metal necessarily, but into rock, this is a kind of a gateway into that. I like that. I think that's fantastic. You know, we didn't really go near any of the kind of the growly vocals. There wasn't a whole lot of vocal fry or anything like that in there. It was a fairly slick performance. And overall, I didn't really notice the bass that much. I know there was a bass guitar in there somewhere. I didn't really notice it much. I could be tripping. If I go back a little bit. There's enough like low end regardless, you know, and I'm again, like, you had those occasional sort of synthetic kind of sort of synthy elements in there at the end, and they had risers and you had various vocal harmonies. There was a lot going on in it, and you know, at 3.5 minutes, that is not a lot of time to introduce all of these different things, and to have time for the singer to kind of be by themselves in the mix and sort of tell their story, and also to have an instrumental breakdown and stuff. It was great use of time. Really happy with that. If I have a look through these lyrics. Oh, cool. So we have Travis Presley guitar, Nathan Peachy on vocals, and Lee Elliott on the drums. Cool. So that wasn't a bass. Follow us if you like. Check us out on our socials. I think one of us made a pie recently. It was pretty good. Yeah, I can totally got that sense of humor. That's pretty dope. Oh, I don't think I'll make it home tonight. Every song like a remedy on my skin. Praying you're the only one that'll let me in. Alright, I see you. Every single one of us is going in right away, but you don't want to roll like that. Hold on to me, give me something that I've never seen. Oh, so they're not wanting to give it away that easily, alright. And then giving me your heart like that, I let it overcome. That's kind of wholesome. I kind of dig that. How do you move like that? That's less wholesome, but that's still that's still fine. Making me lose it like that. All right. Yeah. Do you believe in love at first sight? Such a thing would never have come along on my way. Oh, till I saw you in the pale moon, so tall you in the pale moonlight. I will never trust a single word that I say. Giving up me a hope like that. Okay. There's several ways you could interpret this. We're either like talking about a physical attraction or like sort of some sort of attraction, like whether it's maybe he's just enamored with this person and they're kind of not wanting to commit to it either way, and there needs to be a sort of some trust building or something like that. I dig it. I think it's a lot more wholesome than a lot of music I hear within the genre. And I'm not like a purist or like, oh no, the bad music is scary, but I kind of adore it. I think these guys are really clearly quite skilled musicians and they're comfortable with where they're at in regards to the musical journey. And I honestly wish them the best of luck in future with it, because if they can continue to produce stuff like this music video and record and perform at this level, and I mean perform live, because I'm hoping that they're able to do some live shows at some point soon. I genuinely think they'll find success. I cannot think of a reason why they wouldn't. They're not being elitist about it. They're keeping their options open, and I appreciate that. And again, it seems like they've got a great sense of humor, and that definitely goes a long way in the industry. But thank you very much for watching this review of You'll See One Days Like That. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go check out their various social medias and YouTube page. Stay cool, stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as need all the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. Catch you next review. Spider hands up.